Hello SLAPAFISH community, welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be driving the Banshee Comet, a tier 7 British medium tank that's deal of the week. And so I'm actually going to talk about the stats about this tank. So this tank is a 77 millimeter gun. It fires 15.38 rounds per minute. That does 148 damage per shot. That gives it a DPM of 2,153. But the problem with this tank is it gets a lot of shells. It gets 61 shells, but its potential damage is only 8,540. Also, the penetration of the gun for standard round is 148, premium is 208, accuracy is 0.34, and aim time is 2.1 seconds. And now let's talk about the armor. You got 102 at the, talking about the turret armor. You got 102 at the front, 64 at the sides, and 57 at the back. So, what's also about the whole armor? You got 76 at the front, you got 42 at the sides, and you got 31 at the back, and you also have 1,150 hit points. Now, I forgot to mention about the gun depression and elevation of this tank. You have 20 degrees of gun elevation and 12 degrees of gun depression. So you got a lot of gun depression. Also, you have view range of 380 meters and signal range of 570. Yeah, the signal range is not that good. Stationary concealment is 28% and moving concealment is 22%. And what else? Also, the engine is about the only thing I want to talk about. Next is you go 52 forward, well 51.5 forward and 18 reverse. And you have a power to weight ratio of 19.88. And also you get a 20% XP bonus and a 60% silver boost. So you can make really nice credits with this tank. Also, I want to tell you the equipment I'm using on this tank. It's a gun rammer, gunling drive, and a towed optics. If I remember correctly, this tank actually cannot get vertical stabilizers. Yes, it does, and I don't know why I don't have it on here. So, yeah. Now, I actually put my used to be 4005 crew, which is now my Manticore crew, into this tank. So, the perks and skills I'm using on this tank is designated target, smooth ride, signal boosting, adrenaline rush, controlled impact, swimming lessons, snapshot, muffle shot, repairs, off-road driving, deadeye, green thumb, mentor, camouflage, brothers in arms, sixth sense, and it's training firefighting. So basically, this is just a tier 7 Comet. It's basically like the Tech 3 Comet, but yeah, there's maybe, if I remember correctly, there's something that I think this tank is a little bit slower than the Tech 3 Comet, but other than that, everything about this tank is identical. So basically, this is just a Tech 3 Comet that makes more silver and does more XP things. And I think it's a little bit slower. So, if you like your Comet, you'll love the Banshee Comet. The Banshee, I love the Banshee. I love the Comet. I actually love the Banshee Comet, the Comet over the Cromwell. Which, not a lot of people do, but I actually like the Comet over the Cromwell because the Comet's so much more accurate than the Cromwell. There's a Hellcat 105, and I actually managed to track him right there. So I'm trying to actually hit his drive wheel so I can leave one in place. Hit his drive wheel on the other side, but it only damages it. So basically, I'm just trying to snipe out this Hellcat 105. As you can see, the DPM is pretty nice, even though I have the putty NT on. So my DPM is really good for a tier 7 medium tank. But you also got to remember, you have run out of ammo pretty quickly, since you only have a base potential damage of 8,540. So you will manage to run out of shots, especially if you're trying to carry a game. you're going to run out of shells. That's just the way it is. And also, you'll probably miss a lot or bounce a lot, because you only have 146 millimeters of penetration on your standard rounds. 148, my bad. And yeah. Also, I mean, the 148 millimeters of penetration, a standard pen, is pretty nice when you're fighting like 6s and 5s. But when you're fighting like tier 8, tier 9s, especially tier 9s, your penetration just sucks. So you're going to have to dip into your premium rounds, which is only 208 millimeters of penetration. I know I've already said this kind of stuff, but reiterating it, your penetration is not going to really work against tier 9. So, yeah. Anything else I want to say? Pretty much no. Basically, use this tank. Use its gun depression. Use your 12 degrees of gun depression, and if they actually do shoot you, they'll more than likely hit your turn armor. And if you like jolt back and forth, like drive up and back, when they're like aiming at you, they'll hit your turn armor and probably bounce. And that's it about the Comet. So that was a victory on Kasserine. We made 67,000 silver, did 2,243 damage, blocked 320, and got 5 kills. And we also got 17 penetrations and top of the leaderboards. And that's it for me. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, remember SLAPAFISH, because we're always not. And peace out. See ya.